Jennifer from Fresno, Madison from Milwaukee. You guys are coming in from all over. We've got Juan from Puerto Rico, Cody, North Carolina, Ethan, Charlotte, also North Carolina, Kevin from Jacksonville, Florida. Man, you guys are pouring in. This is going to be a lot of fun. So, little house rules. You guys are all on mute, but you can use the chat box. I'm going to engage with you as we go along the way, so you'll be able to comment back, answer my questions. There is an auto kick out feature built into the software that I'm using, so if you guys don't engage, you don't comment, it automatically just removes you from the webinar. So, just kidding. No, we're going to have a lot of fun. So who the heck am I? Who is Brandon Olsen? Why should you listen to me? I think I've always been entrepreneur-minded, right? Any entrepreneurs out there? Anybody? Anybody who just will read the entrepreneur books, they're watching Shark Tank, they're trying to figure out how to make money in their spare time, build a business, figure things out. What is the main qualification of an entrepreneur? Anybody? Risk takers, investors. Okay, all right. So entrepreneurs figure out ways to identify problems, first of all, and then create a solution. In the middle of that scenario, normally, is where they make the money. They identify the problem, then they create a solution, bring those two things together, bam! They are either doing it for fun, for a cause, or for profit, right? So, around the year 2000, I worked for a company called Oakwood Homes. Oakwood Homes is a mobile home sales community, sales lot. Here I was sitting with about 4 or 5 other salesmen. I don't think we were ever this busy. I'm looking at this picture. This is something I grabbed online because the company is now out of business that I worked for. We never had that many customers at once. We were there sitting with all these homes. We had like 100 homes on the lot, and whoever gets there first gets the first customer. Whoever gets there second gets the second customer, third, and so on. Sometimes the 5th guy never saw a customer that day, so you better get there early, right? And sometimes on Saturday, the first guy, maybe the second guy, would get to see 2 customers in one day because we rotated it around. So here's what Oakwood would do. They would get traffic in by running these little ads in the newspaper that said $3,000 single wide, used, trade in, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, cash only, whatever. The phone would ring off the hook. Okay? So we were instructed as salespeople to say, yeah, come on in, let me show you this thing. And then when the customers got there, we were instructed to say, oh man, that thing just got hauled off, but hey, since you're here, let me show you this other one. And we try to flip them on a new house. So the issue was, it was crazy because the home didn't exist, right? It was just like a flipping technique they used to get people. It made no sense to me, right? So identify the problem. What was the problem? The problem wasn't that the home didn't exist. The problem was there's an abundance of customers that want to spend their money that have $5,000, $10,000 in cash, and they're looking for a house, and we couldn't provide that for them. That was the problem. That's an atrocity, right? So my entrepreneur mind goes to work. How can I do this money in the middle thing? How can I figure out a solution to this problem? And bam, it hit me. So I started a little company that day. Affordable Housing Solutions. Sorry, Affordable Housing Consultants, I don't remember. It's been too long. So, and when I say I started a company, I mean I printed out some little business cards on my computer. I knew how to get these abundance of customers, right? All I had to do was find them a house. So I went the next day down to the San Antonio paper. I couldn't call them because I didn't have a credit card. I had to go bring them cash. Ran an ad, $3,000, single wide, used, cash only, whatever. My phone rang off the hook. And you're like, why did you do that? You don't have any houses. Just wait. So I built up a list of about 50 names in a couple of days. They're all ready to go. I would just tell the people, yeah, that house is gone, but I get houses all the time. I'm a mobile home broker. Let me just keep your name. I'll call you when I get another. They're like, yeah, okay. So I had a list of names with cash ready to go. Now I just got to solve the problem. What do? The next day, I go down to the paper. I run an ad. I buy mobile homes for cash. What happened? My phone rang off the hook. So I had people coming in or calling me, Yeah, I just bought this property. There's a crappy turd mobile home on it. We need that thing hauled off. Come buy it so we can build our dream home. Stuff like that. So I would go out there. I'd look at the mobile home. They're like, yeah, here it is. It's $3,000. It's yours, cash. I'm like, $3,000? Oh, wait, have you seen the holes in the bathroom floor? This thing's a crappy turd. I tell you what, I'm a mobile home broker. I got a list of about 50 people who are always looking for mobile homes. I can make some calls and have some people out here quick and have it gone within a couple of weeks. But I got to make a little money in the middle, right? I'm doing all these ads. I'm doing the legwork. I'm bringing the people out here. It's going to happen fast. How about $2,000? And if I sell it for anything over that, I get to keep it. So if I get like 2,400, 2,500, that extra piece is mine. You get $2,000. They're like, yeah, that's fair. Haul the house off a week. We get to build. Sure. I said, okay, cool. Sign this little agreement. I'll go out here. I'm going to start making some calls. About an hour later, I got 4 people show up. I'm calling them, and I say, hey, I got a house. Found it for you. It's ready to go. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, just like you wanted. It's $4,000. Bring your cash because, by the way, there's more people on the way. I didn't know who was going to show up first or who was going to reply or respond. I just started calling. So they show up. They got the cash. 3 of them said, yes, we want it. And then I'm like, okay, well, there's only one house. Hey, do I hear 4,500? And one guy busts out, 5,200. So I'm like, yeah, all right. The other people looked at him and left. So we brought the guy in. He gave the 5,200 to the owner of the mobile home. Owner of the mobile home gave him the title. Dude left. Owner of the mobile home, the previous owners, gave me my $3,200, and everybody was happy, except me. Happy customer, happy seller. I'm freaking ecstatic. I just made $3,200 on my lunch break. So I go back to the office, tell the office manager, hey, Jody, you're not going to believe what happened. He's like, what happened? You've been gone for 3 hours on your lunch break. I was like, no, yeah, I'm really sorry about that. But look, I ran an ad in the He's like, I don't even want to hear it. I didn't work for them very much longer after that. Because it just turns out that doing this money in the middle thing, looking at a problem and finding a solution that makes all parties happy and you ecstatic, pays a lot more than just sitting on a mobile home lot waiting for people to show up, right? It was crazy because we had all these houses, no customers. I just created a scenario where I had all these buyers and then I had to just find the houses. Easy, flip the script. So this is exactly what we do with digital marketing and SEO. Did you know at any given point there is an abundance of customers performing Google searches looking for dentists and landscapers and plumbers in any other city you can imagine, or any other service you can imagine in any city? All we've got to do is stick our customer's website in front of those people who are already planning to spend their money. What happens in that scenario is, does anybody know? Can we figure this out? What's going to happen to the guy who owns that landscaping company that I rank his website and he's now top 3 placed in front of that person those people doing the Google searches every single day, every single month of every single year, looking for his services or services like his. They're paying him. He pays me. He's never going to stop paying me. So scenario average is like this. If a guy's paying me $1,000 a month, it's because I'm bringing him $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month or more in added revenue that he didn't have before I started this. That's what our money in the middle scenario works. So let's fast forward to today, right? Slide's not working. There we go. Fast forward to today. My agency has been able to afford us a lifestyle that, like, we can literally just go wherever we want. We can eat whatever we want. My slide's just stuck. Here we go. Warm it up. Warm it up. There we go. There we go. So we travel all over the world. We do a lot of cruises. We have a lot of fun times. We eat a lot of crazy food. We like to eat food that we've never eaten before. We also like to eat food that is insanely awesome more than once. But I want you to notice, this thing here, that tower is in Seaside, Florida, where they filmed The Truman Show, Jim Carrey. That was a cool spot. This is the largest cruise ship on the planet. Until the year after that, they built one like 2 feet bigger. But more cool stuff, more cool food, places all over the world. We like to tend to be attracted to water and beaches, if you don't know this already. But here's what I want you to check out. There's 3 things I want you to notice in all of those photos. 3 different freedoms. It's the what, the when, and the where. The what is financial freedom. Okay? So an agency lifestyle affords you financial freedom because it works so well. The when is time freedom. So now you can do what you want. You can do it when you want. My favorite is spatial freedom because I never really liked being tied down to an office or a time clock or a place where you had to go and sit and work. So when you got financial freedom, time freedom, spatial freedom, you can do all kinds of stuff. And here we are. We're on a cruise ship somewhere, doing what we want, when we want, where we want. Okay? So we're going to get into this. I'm going to give you 3 reasons, first of all, to stay till the end. I'm going to show you my top local business types, the people that I go to get clients, and why. What types of industries. Because so many people doing this don't even have a clue which clients are the easiest to get, which clients can afford it, things like that. I'm going to show you the answers. I'm going to show you exactly how I prospect and land clients. And I mean the tools I use and everything. Because so many people doing this are trying the same old tricks, trying to land clients, and businesses are just ignoring their emails or deleting them. Swipe left. I'm going to show you my favorite way that absolutely crushes it. I'm going to show you how I outsource everything in order to rank their sites. This outsourcing thing, that's where you get your time freedom, your spatial freedom. Because you're spending very little portion of their fees to have trusted sources do all the work. Because everybody wants this laptop lifestyle, right? There's no point in having a laptop lifestyle when you have a scenario where you're on vacation, you've brought your laptop, you're stuck in the condo, and your family's out playing on the beach. That's not why you want a laptop lifestyle. You want to not be tied to your laptop, but you want to be able to have the time freedom to go along with your spatial and your financial freedom. Okay? I'm going to show you all. Is this making any sense, guys? You guys getting this? You see how valuable this is going to be? Is anybody staying to the end? There we go. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm going to show you how to rank in maps. Maps is when you do a Google search and you get the top results at the top showing that, like, you can click for directions and things. When you get your local business ranked in maps, it's a game changer. They can have an insane amount of business coming from this map position alone. They're going to never stop paying you when this happens. When you're able to bring an abundance of customers, they never stop paying you. I'm going to show you my top 5 closes as well. These are like closes that I use in prospecting, and this is gold because landing deals, this is the key to scaling your agency. And these red dots, that's just to remind me that there's another massive bonus at the end just for you guys staying. And I've never done this before, but it's huge, okay? I'm going to give you something you're not going to believe. Okay, here we go. We're going to get into the training. So this is the demonstration part where I show you how we select what types of businesses to go after. So the cool thing about Rank Daddy, we've been up for about 4 years. We have an insane amount of data. We've had thousands of students come in, land clients, share feedback. And so we ran this poll because we wanted to help new people coming in to see what's the best types of industries to go after, right? So doing this poll just shows us that most of our clients, well, most of our members, a high number of them have a roofing client, okay, put it that way. The next is towing, tree service, medical, and this is like the little urgent care centers, emergency room type of things like that. HVAC, multiple location businesses. So maybe you got a business, but he's got locations in multiple cities around his state. Landscaping, limousine, real estate, plumbing, dentist, and it goes on and on. These are insanely easy to land niches, okay? That's why we did this poll. So say I'm going to take and prospect for a client, okay? I'm going to pick one of these niches, and I'm going to come over to Google, and I'm going to look for our sweet spot. We like to pick between 80 and 200,000 population cities. Why? Competition level and ease and fast results, right? We want to give fast results because it impresses the client and they keep paying, right? That's the goal. We want them to keep paying because they're getting results. So a lot of people do SEO, and maybe they're trying to rank on a national scale. National scale, you've got hundreds or maybe thousands of competitors that you're trying to fight with to get to the top. Come down to a 100,000 population city. Say you're looking for a roofer. My city is about 100,000. There's about 20 roofing companies. You know how many of those 20 have an actual website? Only about 15. The rest are running on like Facebook page. Of those 15, you know how many of them are doing any kind of like SEO or digital marketing? Or maybe paying somebody to do it? Now we're down to less than 5. 4 or 5 maybe, we're being generous. You know how many of those 4 or 5 actually know what they're doing when it comes to SEO? Now we're going to be generous and say 1. Because, yeah, we've got the data, we've seen it. Now your competition, when you take on a local client who's paying you $1,000 or more on average, and roofing, you can get into $2,000-$3,000 fee on 100,000 population easy, because these guys are landing $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 jobs. It's insane the ROI they get from your service. So don't devalue it. What you have for these people is insanely valuable. This is that money in the middle. There's a problem. The roofer guy knows how to do roofing. He doesn't know how to get in front of all these people who are searching for roofing contractors. He's stuck on page 10, page 6, doesn't matter, page 2. You can bury a dead body on page 2 of Google. Nobody's going there. You have the solution, so you get to be the money in the middle guy, right? So we come over to Wikipedia or Google 100K cities. Wikipedia has a page, and we're just going to pick a city that's somewhere around 100K population, and I'm going to do this in real time. Come on. If things don't freeze up on me. Get down to 100K. This middle column here is the population. 114. I'm going to go Temecula. So you open up a Google window, and I'm going to search Temecula towing, right? Because towing was one of our niches. Remember that? It was up high. Grab a little water. So, towing. Temecula towing services, right? So now I see this guy paying for an ad. Temecula towing service. So if he's paying for Google AdWords, he's paying to be at the top. What a great prospect, right? He's already used to paying for money. So I'll come over here, I'll open this in a new window. And here's his site. It's already kind of funky, I can see the structure, but it's a good looking site. So now what we want to do is create a screencast video to show this guy a couple of things that he can tweak to bump his rankings up the page. Because you go back here, and this Alanis Wreckers is not on page 1, and they're not on page 2. That's the ad again. That's why he's paying for ads, because he's not ranked anywhere. And in a second, I'm going to show you why, because we're going to show him why and how he can get there. There's his ad again. I mean, he's dumping money. So, we're going to a screencast video is this. And you know what I'm going to do? Before I do this, I'm going to show you my first ever screencast video. Let's see. This is the actual inside of the training. We're going to come over to Prospect Client Landing. And this is going to show you how stupid simple this is. This is the first one that I have ever actually done. Okay, so set the stage here. I'm walking into Lowe's, and next door at Academy, I see this huge 4x4 Toyota Tundra. It's lifted, it's wrapped. I mean, the dude probably spent $50K on his truck plus the wrap to advertise. I'm sure he can afford $1,000 a month for SEO. That's what I'm thinking, right? So as I'm heading for the door, I got my iPhone. I'm searching San Antonio Garage Door Company because I'm in San Antonio, and his wrapped truck talks about his garage door company. That's his main keyword, San Antonio Garage Door Company. Easy, right? City plus service. He's ranked nowhere. So as I'm bouncing into Lowe's with my shopping cart, I don't remember what I was getting. I probably forgot what it was. I'm like, okay, I'm shooting this guy a video. And this is how stupid simple it was. And here's what happened at the end of this. He called me that afternoon. We met at Chick-fil-A the next morning. He gave me a $1,000 check, and we did a monthly SEO agreement. No contract. Nothing's like, it's all just words or emails. I don't do any contracts. I keep it simple. I don't want the people to feel like they're being locked into a contract. It's just like, hey man, try this. Watch what I can do for real. So, watch this.
Hey, my name is Brandon. I just saw your truck over at Academy. Nice truck. I'd like to work with you. I own SEO3 Web Consulting. Sorry, I'm just walking around Lowe's right now. I saw your truck next door at Academy. I did a quick search. I do search engine stuff. You're not ranking anywhere in the top 100 for San Antonio garage door installation and some other key terms that you could probably pick up a crap load of business on. I can fix that, and fast, like results within 30 days. You'll see massive results in a ranking increase, and I can literally triple your income in 90 days. I swear. I do it all the time. I just did one this week. Took 3 weeks. I got a guy for New York vending machine service to first page of Google in 3 weeks. So you're going to be a lot easier. San Antonio is a smaller city, obviously. Anyway, let me know. I'll put my contact information in this. Thanks.
So that's that, right? That is that. How stupid simple is that? Okay, we got a little more process behind us now. It's a little more organized, but that landed a $1,000 a month deal. Why? Because it stood out. Here I am shooting this guy a video. The subject line is, "I saw your truck." Okay, the guy spent all this money on his truck. That's guaranteed to open, right? Sent it from my personal Gmail account. He gets the email. It says, "I saw your truck." Bam, he opens it. He sees my face on a video. He's probably thinking like, what the heck? This guy's going to shoot me a video question? What's he going to show me, his garage door? I don't know. So he watches it, catches his attention because it's not one of these emails that he gets every other day saying, "I can get you to the top of Google." You know, delete. You got to find a way to stand out, and this does it. So now we've kind of refined our process. We shoot it. You can still do it that way, by all means. Just fail forward. Just do. The action is way better than the inaction or the being paralyzed by not doing anything and wondering, "Oh God, am I going to do it right?" You just saw how crappy that was to land a $1,000 a month client. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're standing out. You're doing stuff different. You're putting more interest in their business and their rankings and their ROI, and I never once mentioned a price. I wait till he asks me the price, and then I tell him. And then I tell him why I charge that. Because here's what's about to happen. I'm about to triple your income. So we move somebody from page 2 to top 3 in Google, it doesn't matter the niche. Their revenue has tripled. That's a massive amount of Google traffic. Okay? People aren't going to page 2. So if they're on page 3, 4, 5, 10, dang, they ain't being found. Okay? We get them there. We're the money in the middle people. We see the problem. We know the solution. We bring them together, and we make a little coin in the process. That's the system. So when you're setting up a screencast, we use like Loom. We use Screencast-O-Matic, which is what I'm using now to record this video. Basically, you're hearing my voice. You're seeing my screen. So when you email this to the customer, this is what they see right here, this thumbnail. So you're going to send them an email. The subject line might be towing service or tow truck or help. You know, it could be anything. Get in the mind of this customer owning this business. What email subject line would he open, right? So we got a bunch of ideas. We got all that in the training, but I'm showing you just how to kind of prep this up. So you're also going to prep up a website tool, which is as SEO Scanner, rankdaddy.com/SEO-scan. This is a free tool. You can go to it. It's open to the public. It's not even locked out. The ones that we add in the training have a lot more cool stuff on them. So you're going to copy his website and you're going to paste it in this scanner, and it's going to tell you what his meta title is and what his H1 tag is. A meta title is what you see when you do a Google search. It's this blue line. The H1 is the main heading tag. The heading tag is the first heading on a website. This guy has 4, so he's seriously confusing Google. These two things alone are the top 2 factors when Google looks at a website to see what it's going to rank for and where. So, this guy is trying to rank for Alanis Record Service, experienced, San Antonio, Texas. This is his headings. He's trying to rank for prompt, courteous, reliable. He's trying to rank for experienced, affordable, here when you need us. Okay? So, I just realized what is going on. My computer knows I'm in San Antonio, so that's why he's not ranked in Temecula. However, we're going to run this anyway. I'm going to show you how we set up a actual screencast to send to a business, because it's the same process. I'm not going to start all the way over. I've already got you this far into it. So we open up Screencast-O-Matic. We got this thing prepped. We've got this up. We got his website up, and we literally say, okay, I'm going to walk through it just like I'm sending it to him. You'll probably also go to his Facebook page, right? Get his name so you know who you're talking to, the owner, make it personable, and you go something like this. Hey, my name is Brandon. Steve, I was just checking out your website. I work for a company called All You Can Eat SEO. We help businesses like yours claw their way to the top of Google so that they're in front of the people doing the searches. When somebody's looking for towing, vehicle, commercial, motorcycle towing, whatever, they see you rather than your competitors, and you can stop paying for AdWords because I see your ads all over the place. I know that's expensive. I noticed a couple of things on your website that you can change to get faster rankings to the top. I put it in this SEO Scanner. I put your website in, and it tells us what your title tag is and what your H1s are, your heading tags. Now, keep in mind your title tag and your H1 are the 2 most important things that Google looks at when they're trying to determine where they're going to rank you. So, and a title tag is literally this blue line when you do a Google search. The H1 tag is the first heading that, imagine a book, it's the paragraph title, right? So these 2 things are what Google looks at to see where they're going to rank you. Right now, Google thinks you're trying to rank for Alanis Record Service Experience San Antonio. And here's how important that meta title is. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to come over to Google. I'm going to paste it in. And I guarantee you, you're ranked number 1 for that term. And there you go. There's your website. Okay? That's how important a meta title is. So all you got to do is change your meta title on your site to something like, Temecula towing, or vehicle towing in Temecula, something like that. Same thing with your H1 tags. Rather than have them say prompt, like these words can be in there, but just don't have them as an H1. You can change that on the back end. The H1 can be also the same, Temecula towing service, vehicle towing in Temecula, stuff like that. And usually you only want one H1 tag on your homepage. So that's just a couple of things you can do to increase your ranking, because the first thing that you want to do when it comes to ranking is make sure Google knows what your site is about and what you're trying to rank for. And those 2 things will do it. That starts a communication with Google so they can realize where to put you when people are searching for the stuff you're looking for. So, hey, I'm going to put my email there. Just reply back if you want me to help you with this. This is what we do. Or if you got any questions, just let me know. Thanks a lot. So that's it. I would send that email and wait for a reply. If he doesn't reply within a couple of days, I'll send it again with a different subject line, right? So that's how we stand out. That's how we get in front of businesses, show them that we care. We're trying to help them. We're educating them. I never asked for any money. I just said, hey, this is what we do. They're going to reply. So you kind of have to micro step it. What do I have to say to get them to open the email? What do I have to say in the video to get them to reply? So, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so that's that. That's that demo. What's next? What's next? All right. So you guys find any value with this? Is this stuff helpful? Think you can use some of this? Learn some of these tips? All right, let's go. So the next thing, okay, let's just say this guy says yes. You've talked to him a couple times. You told him the price. Look, I started $1,000 a month for your a city the size of yours, and we just get insane results. In fact, if you don't see a massive increase in rank within the first 60 days, we're going to give you all your money back. That guarantee, guys, goes to everybody. And a lot of our members are using the same thing. Some of them change it up a little, but that is my guarantee to every client because I know it works. I've never had to give anybody their money back. So let's just say Alanis said yes, and we're going to start. He's paid me the $1,000. So here's what I do for month 1. And this is where it gets kind of hard, right? Because you're doing the actual work. That was a joke. Because I outsource everything, remember? I come over to a little site called SEOoutsource.com. This site is exclusively for RankDaddy.com members. I now own this site. I own it because as I was building this system and this process, trying to find places to outsource all the SEO tasks to so that I didn't have to do any of the work, this was one of the go-to sites that I use. There's some other ones that I'm not going to get into today. This one is probably one of the primary ones. So I used it so much that I made the dude an offer and bought it, and then I went in and I revamped and I tweaked and I improved every service. So the first thing you're going to do is come over here to services and order. We have total quality control over all of this. So, and the pricing's cheap. So let's just run this down. He pays you $1,000. First thing you're going to order is on page, right? Because you want that communication with Google. You come over here, you spend $100 and you order the on-page SEO. All they want is the website URL, the login to the website, which you'll get from the customer because they have filled out your onboarding form, which, I'll tell you all that later. So you get the login, you get his keywords, you get what page they're pointing to, and we help you through all this in the training. But this is how simple it is. It's going to take you about 5 minutes to order that. Then you come over to another page on SEO Outsource and you order another service. And then you come over to another page and you order another service. And then you go over to another site and order another service. Month 1, you're going to spend about $500. It's going to take you about 30 minutes. You're done. That's the whole month. You also, in the beginning, day 1, are going to come over and create a rankings report. So there's a couple of tools that we use. We tell you what they are in the training. It shows this customer as a third party. It's not like you on Google or him on Google. It's a third party tool that shows him where he ranks for each keyword. So you put his website in, you put his keywords in, it runs the thing. You send a baseline report so he knows where he's at when you start. 29 days later, you send him another one, right before the next invoice. He's going to see a massive increase in rank. What does that mean? He's not under contract. That means he's going to pay you again anyway because he wants to see what else you can do. 60 days in, more keywords coming to the top. Now this guy's hooked, right? He's already seeing more calls coming in. This is why we have a 90% retention rate because the junk works. But what's cool for you, how you can scale with your whole money in the middle business is you can just keep landing clients. You saw it took 2 minutes to make this screencast. Heck, do 10 a day if you really want to go hardcore. 10 a day, 5 days a week, that's 50 a month. How many deals can you close if you only close like 10% of those? That's 5 a month. That's $5,000 a month. What if you did that every single month? You'd have a massive agency very quickly. And what if it took you 30 minutes a month to do the work on each one of those? That's 150 minutes for month 1 if it took like that long, which it doesn't, because as you get good, this part gets faster. Plus, when you get to month 2 and month 3, there's way less stuff to order. Plus, some of it you can auto order. It auto renews. When you get to month 6 and onward, this is where the gravy good stuff comes in because they're still paying you $1,000 a month, assuming it hasn't scaled yet, and they're asking to pay you more because it's working so well. say they're still paying you $1,000 a month. You're spending only $100 or $200 a month of that to outsource the stuff because they're already on top. And now it's like maintenance mode. And there are some points you could get 8, 9, 10 months in and you're done spending. You own the properties, the web properties that are holding them to the top. And that's part of the training too. So we show you all of this. This is kind of surface level stuff, but I'm trying to show you how well it works and that it works and that it creates an insane income and lifestyle and set of freedoms for you when you become this person that takes problems and brings the solutions to these customers and these clients. Okay? I hope this is sinking in. Is this making sense, guys? Is anybody getting value out of this? Tyler, yes. Daniel, yes. Matthew, all right. Thank you, thank you. Amanda, Sydney, Morgan, Austin, William. All right, so what's next? What's next? All right, I'm going to go ahead and demo how we rank in maps also because it's a really cool technique. It's kind of an add-on to the SEO campaign. So once you've got people and you're running them through the SEO process through Rank Daddy and applying the steps, this is an insane way to give them more customers. So Austin Towing Company, that's the Google search. The maps results are right here. If you can get your customer here and also here in the top of Google, holy crap. Like, they are going to be so blown away with how much business that you're bringing them. It's insane. And I'm going to show you some of what happens in a little while with some of our success stories. So how do you get in maps? First of all, they got to have a Google placement, which most companies do. If they don't, they just go to business.google.com, set it up. Google mails them a postcard to make sure it's the right address. The company's tied into the same address. And then they will appear in the maps system. But they may be way down here, right? Because there's lots of towing companies in each city. 3 pages worth. Nobody's getting there. Nobody's scrolling down there just like they're not scrolling down past page 1. So the goal is get them here, get them here. That happens. The guy's going to make you rich. I don't know what to tell you. So how to get them in maps. You come back over to SEO Outsource. Remember, you're not doing any of this work yourself. It's ridiculous. All you need to do is be scaling your business and landing clients. Go to services. You're going to order a local relevance network. Local relevance network is how to force Google to recognize that any business is locally relevant, right? They have to be locally relevant and be trusted by Google to show up in the maps. If they're not locally relevant, they don't belong in the maps. Okay, so for $100, we create a network of 10 Web 2.0 sites. A Web 2.0 site is just basically a free site like WordPress or Weebly or Tumblr, or there's 50, 60, 100 of them, I don't know. But we create this network so that all of these, here, let me just show you. Here's one we did in San Antonio. Forgot this was here. So we did this for a company in San Antonio. We wanted to create them a scenario where they are proving to Google that they are locally relevant. So we pull TripAdvisor up and we look for the top 10 attractions in San Antonio. Google is familiar with every one of these attractions because thousands or hundreds of thousands of people search this throughout a year. We build a little website on it. We build a little website talking about that attraction. At the end of this attraction, we say, please visit our regular supporters. That link goes to our client. We also say, be sure to check this attraction out. That link goes to the next client or the next site. So these are all linked together. So what we're trying to set up, and you don't really have to worry about this. You're just ordering it. I'm just showing you what we do. This site links to this one, links to that one, links to that one, and so on. It makes a chain. This one comes back and links to here. So when Google finds one of these, they can follow the cookie trail that we've left them and find all of them. Now, oh, this client or this local business, oh, there's an article about the Riverwalk talking about him, and there's driving directions from the Riverwalk to his location inside that article. Right there. So, grab a little water. So, this little service, Local Relevance Network, forces Google to realize that they are locally relevant and they belong in the map pack. Now, you'll have to piggyback that on with a website called Localize. This is our citation services. Citations are just literally a business's name, address, phone number listed in some directory on the planet. It's their name, address, phone number, website. Why do you need them? The more places a business is listed in directories, Merchant Circle, Yelp, Foursquare, Yellow Pages, things like that, the more trust that that site has. And since they're all name, address, phone number, they're all like map pack, local relevance related type of, you know what I'm saying? So these are all high quality. You come down and you go to this Diamond Premium. Diamond Premium is the premium level top tier directories. This uses Yext, the API powered by Yext, which they charge $1,000 for it, $1,000. You can get it here for $150. So here's why they're special. You instantly, I mean instantly, within 24, 48 hours, get your client on Amazon Alexa, on Apple Maps. Every iPhone native Maps app is Apple, and it's really hard to get on that. Bing, Foursquare, all of these high-level directories, there's 100 of them. You can put your client on within 24 to 40 hours. You just order this process, order this service, and fill out the client's name, address, phone number. You'll get a dashboard for the client, so you can go in and add pictures and do other things if you want. It's not really necessary, but Yext and their API will automatically add them here. Here's how powerful Amazon Alexa is. They are now, I mean, voice is taking over, right? Millions of people already have these devices in their home. But people are now voice searching as they're getting ready. They're walking through their house. Hey, Alexa, what's a good mechanic around here? Hey, Alexa, who's the best tubing company in New Braunfels?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
I'm too far away. So, anyway, it's very powerful, okay? These two things alone, just the Diamond citations and the local relevance network, sometimes are enough to get them onto the top of Google Maps. It usually takes the rest of the process also. We also usually go in, since this one's going to cost us $149, this one costs us $150. We sometimes we'll do them 1 month and then the next month, okay? So you don't have to do them both at once if you want to keep some of that $1,000 to yourself. But you can, if you want to just blast these people and get them insane results, do them both at once. You're still going to keep some of the money. You're just keeping about $350 for the first month. Is this making any sense? I feel like I'm maybe going too fast. Zachary, yes. Anthony, yes. Kyle, yes. So you really want to get your people up on the Google map. But like I was saying, this is more of an add-on. This is more of an add-on for your local SEO service. So once you've started the process and you're running them through the steps of RankDaddy as a local client, that's adding trust. Google won't rank any website if they don't trust them. So it starts with the on page, and then we progressively take you through and show you what to order and when to order it on those websites. And there's another, so that trust is established fast. Why the method we use now is called trust-based ranking, because everything we do to rank a client's website is based on gaining, building, and continuing to stack more and more Google trust very rapidly. In fact, if you come over to Google and you just Google trust-based ranking, you'll see RankDaddy features on sites such as Associated Press, Yahoo Finance. The method just flat out works. So here's one that was featured November 2020, talking about trust-based ranking. The most effective way to rank just about any niche or business website is by gaining Google's trust without attempting to game the system. SEO isn't new, but ticking all the boxes that Google wants to see, that's the goal. And Google wants to see trust. Google wants to see legitimate websites, legitimate ways of getting in front of customers. And most of that is by being clear. If you're clear about what your website's about and having a good communication channel between the website and Google, Google knows what you're doing, what you're seeing, what you're trying to rank for. That's the foundation. So you can come over here, just Google trust-based ranking, you'll see it. And there's a link. You can even join our group. There's a free Facebook group. But like I say, this method just flat out works. We've used it since 2015. It's allowed our members to triple, quadruple, 10x or more the revenue of our clients and literally change their lives. When you've got the kind of a skill set, one that enables you to bring more customers to a business than they have ever had before, you can pretty much write your own paycheck. And it's not because you're overcharging them, right? It's when someone's paying us $1,000 a month, it's because very quickly they are seeing an extra $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month in added revenue. Revenue that they didn't have before we started the SEO campaign. So when we're bringing on a client, we ask them, you know your numbers now, right? You know how much you're doing revenue monthly and yearly. So when they start seeing things kick in and things start to double and triple, they know it's exactly because of what we're doing. And so what happens is you become the very first person they pay. They never want to stop the campaign. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell, right? That's the free training, that's the webinar. So if you've enjoyed it, I appreciate your time. Hope you learned some stuff. If you're ready to bounce, no problem. I appreciate you're watching. Time is the only resource that we cannot really ever get back. So I really appreciate you being here. If you are interested in finding out what it looks like, if you were to able to, if you had the desire to build a wildly profitable SEO agency for yourself with our assistance, sit tight because I think I've got an offer that is about to blow you away. So how would you like to work with me and the Rank Daddy team, the Rank Daddy member success team, on a 12-week program so that we can help you hit $10,000 a month within 90 days? Or maybe you're already at $10,000 a month or just about to hit it. We can guide you to the next level. Whether that's 20, 30, 50K, 100K a month, we've helped members achieve all of this very, very rapidly. We're going to show you how we find businesses, not only businesses that want to grow, but also have the funds and are willing to hire you to help them. We're going to show you where we find them, how you get in front of them. We're going to show you the absolute most effective, most efficient ways that we're using right now to prospect and land clients. We're going to show you how we get them to pay $1,000 to $2,000 a month to start, and then scale those same clients to $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month because of the revenue that we're able to help generate these businesses. It's very common for us to start, say, a roofing company at $1,000 a month, and then within a few months they come back and say, "Hey, this is working great, but we also have the siding division. Can you help us rank for keywords for the siding division also? Or hey, can we pay you more to help to rank us for these outlying cities because we have fleets and workers that now can go to these farther areas, or maybe we want to, we're residential. Can we also pay you to rank us for commercial terms because now we have bigger crews with the new revenue that's coming in, and we can take insurance claims." So these things start to scale by themselves. We got a member in Australia who started a roofing company at $1,000 a month. 5 months later, he's posting in our group that he scaled them to $5,000 a month without any of his asking for more money. They coming back to him because they see that he's now controlling their faucet of customers. This is what happens. So, of course, we show you how to rank their website incredibly fast to give them so much ROI that they just never stop paying you. We show you how to rank them in Google organically as well as maps. And the only way to scale is by showing you how and where we outsource everything. We don't have to do any of the technical work ourselves. We don't even have to know how to do the technical stuff because we're outsourcing all of the steps. So the training's laid out like this. Here are the steps to trust-based ranking. Here's step 1. Here's why it's in this step when it comes to creating and gaining massive Google trust. Here's how to do this step in case you want to do it yourself, or maybe you have a team or a VA And here's where to outsource step 1 in case you don't want to do this step yourself. Here's step 2. Here's why step 2 is in this position when it comes to leveraging Google Trust. Here's how to do step 2. Here's where you outsource step 2 if you don't want to do this yourself. So literally, you can blow through this training, the trust-based ranking training, in about 3 hours and understand exactly what's going to take place when you land a client. You're going to just plug them into the system, outsource everything, not having to know any of the technical stuff. This is why we've got members from 17 years old to 77 years old coming in even with 0 experience and crushing it. Although we do have a percentage of members come in, maybe 10, 20%, who have an agency already and they just want to grow. And if that's you, we've got that too. We can help you hit 20, 30, 40, 50 grand a month or more very, very rapidly because we have the plan and the process that's worked since 2015 to help you do that. Plug in, maybe fill in the gaps in your knowledge, give you a system is really what it's about. A system that works, that's rinse and repeatable. So even though you're outsourcing everything, you're still going to be keeping an average of 80% of their, the client fee as profit. So if a guy's paying you $1,000 a month, within a few months, you're keeping 80 to 90% of that as profit. The first month or two is going to be 50%, then 40, then 30. The longer you have the client, the less actual stuff you're having to outsource because a lot of the SEO tasks are front loaded. They're done one time. There's not much maintenance that goes on. Okay? So we show you all this stuff. We're going to hold nothing back. These are the exact methods, tactics, resources, scripts, templates that I use in my agency, and it's the same thing that these guys use in their agency. This is a page, rankdaddy.com/success, where we've kind of compiled all of our most recent members' wins, right? Success is contagious. So these guys come in, they land a deal, they have a win, they have a client bragging on them, whatever. They'll come and post it in the group, and we'll pull it over here so people like you can come and actually see the wins that our actual members are having right now. So this is Jeff. He wanted to share a small win. It's not huge, but hey, $700 a month to start, and then it's going to scale to $1150 once the main keyword hits page 1. So he's looking at 30 to 60 days, and this thing scales. What else? Travis. Here's one. He's got a roofing client that started at $1,600 a month. Here's a $1,300 check from Megan. She is just crushing it right now. Justin. So this Justin, he joins, he takes the course, and literally on day 2, he has 2 deals in the books. Okay? The guy is just, there's no learning curve. The learning curve is so small. Like I said, you can blow through this training in 3 to 4 hours, have an understanding of what you're going to do when you land a client, or when you land a client, how to plug them in. And then we get into prospecting, where we're taking you by the hand and we're showing you the methods that we're using right now to get in front of these local businesses who have the money, they want to grow, they're willing to spend it on you, and we're going to show you how to get in front of them, what to say, everything. So by day 2, you literally can be landing deals. Here's Jeff again, $1,000 a month. Here's Travis again. $250 startup fee, $1,000 a month, then $1,200. Here's Justin, new member, literally day 2. Here we go, $1,500 and $1,000 a month deal. I don't know where he's at now. He's been in for maybe a month, and he's probably got 4 deals already. 2 deals in 24 hours. There's $2,000. Andrew Reyes, like $7,000 up front. This just keeps going. Like, you come to this page, I don't want to go through and spend the whole day doing this, but I could. There's hundreds of them. Go to rankdaddy.com/success and check it out. So what's the next steps, right? A lot of you may be interested in moving forward. What I want you to do, there'll be a link below or beside this video to reach out and to hop on a game plan call with us. Let us just see if this is a good fit for you. Answer whatever questions you have. You ask questions for us, because it's not going to work for everybody, right? This model, it's just not a good fit for everybody. Some people, we feel that maybe it's not a good fit because you're not coachable or whatever reason, but at the same time, you need to interview us and see if this program, this method, the way we do things are going to be a good fit for you. if it's not a good fit, maybe we can refer you to another training, another course, something that is going to be a better fit for you, but we need to have the discussion, right? So click the link below, book a call with us. Let's get you started, guys. Clients, stories like this can be you popping them in the group. So click the link, book a call. You can actually also go to the homepage, rankedaddy.com, click book a call here, and we will get you started. Hey, thanks a lot, guys, again for sticking around, going through this with me. A lot of resources here too, if you want to check it out. And that's it. Wrap it up. Y'all have a good one.